Find the coordinates of a point which divides a line segment joining A and B into 4 equal parts. So we have point A and then we have point B. This is A with coordinates, here A with coordinates -2, 2, and B with coordinates 2 and 8. And this AB now is divided into 4 parts. So there is P, Q, and R. So have you seen the 4 parts? Now if we take P, for P, what will be the ratio? There is one part here, this is P, we just focus on P. There is one part here, and here there are 3 parts. 1, 2, 3 parts. So on this side will be 3. So for the point P, the ratio will be 1:3. So let's draw it again. We said here we just take point P only now. This is our point P. We'll put it as we'll write it as XY, and we know for P the ratio was 1:3. So we have point A, which is -2, 2, X1 -2, Y1 2. B is 2, 8. So X2 2, Y2 is 8. And then we have P is XY. So X is X, and we don't know the Y either. But we know the ratio is 1:3, which means M1 1, M2 3. So this is my X1, Y1, X2, Y2. Now we'll use the formula, and we know the ratio for section formula. Your X is equal to M1 into X2 plus M2 into X1. So your X will be equal to 1 into 2 plus 3 into -2 over M1 plus M2, 1 plus 3. We are finding coordinates of P, 2 minus 6 over 4. So that will work out -4 over 4, and that is -1. Now to find coordinates of Y, so we have M1 X2 plus M2 X1. So your Y will be M1 is 1 into 8 plus 3 into 2 over M1 plus M2, 1 plus 3. So Y equal to 8 plus 6 over 4, and that is 14 by 2, and that is 7. So we found the coordinates of P. The coordinates of P is -1 and 7. Now back again, we knew it was divided into 3 parts, A, B. We had P, we had Q, and R. Now we'll get on to find Q. So for Q, if you see, what is the ratio? There are 2 parts on this side, here 1, 2. So there is 2 parts here. This is one part, this is second part. So 2 ratio. On the other side also there are 2:2. So 2 ratio 2. So for Q, our ratio is 2:2. In other words, you could say 1:1. So your M1 is 1, your M2. Now for your point A, your A is -2, 2, which means X1 -2, Y1 2, and B is 2, 8, which means X2 2 and Y2 8. Ratio in this case we already have seen, and our point Q in this case is x and y. So x equal to x, y equal to y. So let's use the section formula. So for the section formula, 4-point Q, your x will be equal to, so if you see your x is m1 x2 plus m2 x1. So the x will be 1 into m2 is 2 x2 plus 1 into minus 2 over 1 plus 1. So x is 2 minus 2 over 2, and your x will come to be 0 over 2. So x equal to 0. Then we'll get on to find y, your y again. So that would be now m1 x2 m2 x1. So y is 1 into 8 plus 1 into 2 over 1 plus 1. So y equal to 8 plus 2 over 2, 10 by 2, and that answer comes as 5. So the point Q has got 0 and 5 other vertices of point Q. Now let's go to the next point, that is R. Now here is our R, but however we know there is a point P and there is a point Q. Now we want to find R. If you're observant here, I made a mistake. It's 3:1. It's not 2:1. I've done the correction later. And so for R, the ratio here, remember, is 3:1. 3 plus 1, 4 parts. M1 is 3 and your M2 is 1. Is minus 2, which means your x1 is minus 2, your y1 is 2. B is 2 and 8, which means x2 is 2, y2 is 8. And the point R is x, y. So x is take as x, your y you take as y. And we start using a formula. So we have x equal to, so m1 x2 plus x2 here. So the x will be 2 into 2 plus 1 into minus 2 over m1 plus m2, that is 2 plus 1. So x is 4 minus 2 over 3, and that would be 2 by 3 would be your value of x. There's a little correction to be made here. The ratio was not 2:1, it was 3:1. Total were 4 parts. 3:1, that is 1, 2, 3:1. So here the ratio again we write 3:1. So here we'll write 3 into 2 and 1 into 2. So my x, remember the ratio is 3:1. 6 minus 2 over 3. So that would be now 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 over 4 is 1. So x equal to 1. And when it comes to y, we have m1 x2 m2 x1 over m1 plus m2. So your y will be 3 into 8 plus 1 into 2 over 1 plus 3. So y 24 plus 2 over 4 and 26 by 4. So your point R coordinates 1, 26 by 4, and if you reduce it, it becomes 30 by 2. So your 3 points were, one was P, Q and R. Your 1 point was given as -1, 7 by 2. Another point was 0 and 5, and your third point was 1, 13 by 2. This divides the line into 4 parts, equal parts.